Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and there is quite a lot to talk about for the Black Widow update now that it is live for everybody. So hopefully you've had a chance to play the game. Hopefully you are excited. There is actually a lot of good things in this update, and I am trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be more enthusiastic. So if you see that as a departure from my last video or my previous few videos, that is intentional. I still have a lot of critical opinions about the game, and I do still think that there is an elephant in the room regarding rewards for veteran and high spending players and challenging content for veterans and high spending players. But I am, keeping that aside and focusing on the good in this update. Additionally, because I love that word so much, we are also going to be going over a bunch of extra things. I wasn't going to say it again. A bunch of extra things that weren't talked about, changes that weren't talked about, and bugs that are being talked about a lot. So there is quite a bit to get to. So the first thing I want to hit you guys up with is the known issues, the bugs of the update. I think the biggest one that a lot of people are talking about is the Dimension missions. Some people will see 60 there. Some people will see 30 over there for the contribution. Everyone will be seeing 6 on the contribution from 10 all the way up to 15. But as you can see, it costs 10 energy and 3 clear tickets to do stage 15. So it's absolutely absurd right now. It's completely broken. As a lot of the star agents, myself included, pointed out in the APK, it hadn't been fixed. It hasn't been fixed, but at least it's been addressed. So if we go over to the April known issues, we've got a bunch of stuff here. There's some stuff about the legendary battle. You can read that yourself if you are having those issues. But really the point is, return compensation is not being applied correctly when clearing Dimension mission. I don't know what that means, but okay. But more importantly, the 11th to 15 contribution level in Dimension mission is incorrectly lowered to the 6th level. So that means it should be above 6 on the contribution there, not 6 as it is now. And then something with shield support not showing the correct thing with Dimension mission, which is important for people who purchase shield support. And then the reward level of Dimension mission contribution, the 60 or 30, is applied at a lower rate than the agent level for some players. So yeah, I don't think it's supposed to stay at 30. I think it is supposed to go up to 60 for everyone. Unfortunately, I think that, but I think that if you play stage 15 difficulty, that will compensate. I think this is supposed to be 12 contribution instead of 6, which should perfectly match the new doubling of the contribution, which then makes the new rewards actually just better. You get more gold and more rift tokens you actually do end up spending slightly more energy. You spend 100 energy instead of 80. So you do spend 20 more energy, but 20 more energy for 400,000 gold, 1,500 rift tokens. I think that's pretty decent. If this is minimum 12. If it's not 12, then we have a big problem. So there is that. So I wanted to cover those first. Next up, they did not advertise this well enough, but I want to advertise it for them because it's awesome. We all get a free icon. So there is a post on the forums, Fight Along Black Widow, the new update celebration event. And you get 48% off these new uniforms. You get the update quest, blah, 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 with the tokens. You can exchange them for a Red Guardian Black Widow biometrics. We get a premium gift chest. That's all very nice. And then a 7-day check-in with the Apocalypse special icon. Yeah, the Apocalypse special icon is being given for free to all players. The rest of this check-in is pretty lame. It looks very new player focused, which what's new with Marvel Future Fight. But yeah, we all get the icon for Apocalypse for free. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you go over here, you click select main icon, and you've got your regular icons, but then you've got your special icons. And of course, this one is for tier 3 Black Widow. This one is for spending $50. This one is for spending $15, and this one is free. So this is the only one right now. The Luna Snow one is the only one right now that we don't know how to obtain in game. We have no idea how to get it. So I wanted to also bring that to your attention. Now, as far as the Future Pass goes, I'll give you my opinion now. I think the free version, the basic Future Pass, is good because it's free and you get a 6-star rank up ticket every month. That's nice. Hopefully they'll cycle these rewards and add different things, so it's not always a 6-star rank up ticket, maybe like a 2 or 3-star rank up ticket, maybe some tier 3 materials, etc. I also think that the legendary pack is good. I bought it. I think it's worthwhile for the Mandalay gem fragments, for the 300 crystals, and the mega rank up ticket. 300 crystals, Mandalay gem fragments, and a mega rank up ticket, and an icon for $13 or $14. I think that's reasonable. It's not, you know, it's not super cheap. It's not a must buy for every player. But if you need a mega rank up ticket and you regularly spend in this game, I don't see it as a problem. Obviously, it's more expensive than saving for 1 month of a Stark Stash, which is half the cost, and then using those 2,450 crystals to then purchase a mega rank up ticket when it's on sale for 2,600 crystals, and it's on sale every week. So I do acknowledge that it is more expensive. It's twice the cost, but you do get other rewards. You do get a exclusive icon, and you know, it adds a little bit more flavor, a little bit more fun to your daily routine with the pass point stuff. If you're wondering how to maximize your pass point, if you want to push through as fast as possible, you should be running you should be running World Boss Invasion. It's going to give you 1 point per energy, which is the highest rate of sort of value, and you're going to be able to run through Dimension Mission in World Boss Invasion runs faster than anything else, faster than Giant Boss Raid, faster than Danger Room. And then the Mythic Future Pass, $40 Canadian for all that. No thank you. I don't need most of those things. Yes, it's a Mega Tier 2 ticket, but they just gave us 2 of them for free, and with only 1 new character each update, I'm just not strapped for... I don't need Mega Tier 2 tickets that badly, and I'm basically getting it for the icon. It's too expensive, personally. Plus, it's not really $40 because I had to buy the other one, so it's actually $55. $55 is pretty insane. So I think they need to drastically reduce, they need to improve the rewards here, or they need to reduce the cost. I think, you know, your VIP level should have some impact on this Mythic Pass. It should be discounted by $1 for every VIP you are above 10, so that it could be $10 less for VIP 20. It's absolutely ridiculous that you spend, you know, $10,000 in this game for some VIP 20 players, and you have to pay $40 for this. It's just really dumb. Yeah, so I think this is just overpriced. I wouldn't pay for it if it was more than $25, to be honest. $25 is the most I would pay for this. I understand it's a Mega Tier 2 ticket, but yeah, people are not really buying this for the Mega Tier 2 ticket, I'll be honest with you. They're buying it for other things. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you can sort of calculate the crystal value and say, you know, a Mega Tier 2 ticket is worth 4,000 crystals. Yeah, but 4,000 crystals can be saved up through logging in, through events, and through Stark Stashes for way less money than $40. And you still have to play and earn all of these rewards. It's not like they're just given to you. I know there are other rewards, but like 300,000 gold, 30 CCF, 50 biometrics. I don't think so. Not for $55. No way. So yeah, I'm baffled by that cost and that price point, and I'm gonna dodge that one. Speaking of dodge, Yelena. So people were upset because, and I should have starred Yelena because I actually picked up Yelena. So for those of you wondering if I've spent money, yes, I have spent money on this update. I think there are enough good changes here that supporting this update makes sense. I bought a Stark Stash. I'll be fully transparent with you. I bought a Stark Stash. I bought the BIOS subscription to get Yelena, and then I bought the legendary version of the Battle Pass. So I spent in total $25 or $26. No, a little bit more than 26, probably close to $30 Canadian, because the BIOS subscription is about 14, the Battle Pass was 14, and then the BIOS sub is 5.5. So actually a little bit more than $30. Wow, it adds up pretty quickly. Anywho, so yeah, like $32, $33. Now, why did I buy Yelena? Well, they changed her uniform and they nerfed her uniform effect. You're right. Instead of getting the 20% physical attack and the 15% ignore dodge, or I think it was 10% ignore dodge, they increased it to 15% ignore dodge, and they removed the physical attack, but they added 15% damage reduction. But that's not why I'm interested in Yelena. I'm interested in Yelena because her new first skill enables attacking enemies who have activated the ignore targeting effect. Yeah, she has iframe ignore. That's a pretty big deal. I love iframe ignore. I love trying out wonky, weird characters in PvP, and Yelena seems like the perfect candidate for that. And the really cool thing about Yelena is that when you use her skills normally, you can see here, not an iframe, not an iframe, not an iframe. Okay, this one is an iframe. Okay, but 1, 2, and 4 are not iframes. So remember that. But if I do 3 for the invisibility, she stays in iframe during all of these other skills, even 1. So this is a really cool sort of combo character. Not only can you give all of her other skills iframe, you could do 5 iframe, and then 3 cancel 4, 2, 1. And that means all of her skills will have iframes. Not only that, not only do you transfer the iframe from 3 over to other skills, but you get iframe and iframe ignore in one package. So in PvP, you could do 3 into 1. And now you've got an invisible Yelena with iframe ignore. That might not be really good, but it also might be really good. So I'm not going to wait around for someone else to try it out. I really want to try it out. So I'm going to be getting Yelena. I'm going to have to save up crystals. It might take me a day or two to get enough crystals to get her uniform. I'm not going to be spending more money, but I'm pretty excited by that. And I like to see them do new things like this, to test out new things, to experiment. I really think that the game needs more of this kind of thing and more sort of active gameplay rather than just the same copy-paste stuff all the time. So I love supporting new ideas for characters. I love supporting new creativity in Marvel Future Fight. So that's why I picked up Yelena, because actually I wasn't even originally going to get her at all. Speaking of Yelena, really nice segue here, the new Legendary Battle. This is part of the reason, this is probably a big reason why I'm so enthusiastic about this update. The new Legendary Battle is really fun. I'm not saying you should buy the extreme mode, but just go ahead and play the normal mode, especially the last mission. It's so fun. I don't want to spoil it for you. I'll play, maybe I'll show you guys some clips later from what happened on the live stream, because it was hilarious. But they did a really good job. And this sort of thing, Mercenary in the Red Room, reminds me of what they did for the War Machine mission in the Endgame Legendary Battle, the big guns. This kind of stuff is really what sets Marvel Future Fight apart from other games. And they have the opportunity to do these sorts of things in short bursts, from time to time, in a way that feels so fresh and so nice and so good. And it really gives you a different pace of playstyle from what you're used to. And I love it. I think it's fantastic. So I'm really happy about that. And then, speaking of Yelena and speaking of Black Widow, we got some data mine stuff from Reddit. So let me pull this up here. We got, thanks to Ow Wow, Pink Chode Ow Wow, Black Widow and Yelena synergy portraits. Let's check this out. So these are in-game files for Black Widow's white uniform and Yelena's hair up uniform, which is different than her snow uniform. It's not much different, but if we check here, we can see that her hair is, her hair is quite long, and that looks like the Yelena that approaches you or that sort of attacks you in the first legendary battle in the room and in the apartment. But you can see here, this is a different Yelena with much shorter braided, well, her hair's long, but she braided it up to be short. So this is her snow uniform. So basically what they did is they swapped the uniforms, right? They hid the snow uniform for Black Widow, and they hid the regular black uniform for Yelena, and we now see the snow uniform for the Yelena and the black uniform for Black Widow. So they sort of gave, rather than giving us both of the black uniforms and hiding both of the snows, they're giving us one of each. And then later on in the future, we don't know when, they are going to be releasing these uniforms. Now, whether these are going to be released in the part 2 of this update in like a month, whether we're going to have to wait until November to see these uniforms, we don't know. But it's interesting. Some people don't like it. Some people think that, synergy uniforms should be released at the same time. There's a possibility for, blatant power creep where Black Widow's uniform will have just like one skill change, but it'll be so massive that you have to get it. Sort of like Captain Marvel, where they, from her movie uniform to Endgame, they added the third skill, all defense down, and they added, all those extra hits and stuff. They upgraded her third skill, so it was a must buy for that one. Or if it's going to be a situation like Lady Deadpool and Holiday Lady Deadpool, which was like outrageously more strong, more powerful, month over month. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on this and see. Hopefully it's not a big power creep. Hopefully it's just more of a cosmetic thing. Of course, these have to be synergy uniforms. There's just no question about it. These should not be full cost uniforms, but I want to tell you guys about this today in case you're still on the fence about buying Black Widow's uniform. Maybe wait a couple of weeks and see if this uniform comes out, because if you really just want the white one and you don't really care for the black one, the normal one, the spy one, then you can skip it and wait for the white one to drop. But we don't know when it's going to drop, so it could be weeks or it could be November. It's not likely to be November, but it's a possibility. It'd be weird for them to add it into the game files and then wait like 6 months, but weirder things have happened at Marvel Future Fight. They mess with dimension missions when no one asked them to. So it is what it is. As far as world boss goes, I know quite a few people are, reacting. I'll say reacting to world boss. Some people really like the new world boss. Some people really hate it. I haven't tried it too extensively yet because it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I only have so many hours to play the game. But I do think that there was a change that needed to be made for world boss. I do think that the excessive mind control and all defense down shenanigans needed to end. So I am, approaching them with that mindset. So you may feel like I'm just biased towards approving the changes. I just haven't tried them out myself yet. But I'm more likely to. I want challenging content, right? I want Marvel Future Fight to have harder content. So I'm not really all that chuffed or sort of like ruffled about dropping 10 or 20 stages for certain content. It's different if the characters themselves feel weaker because they are weaker, which is what we had with the Hydra Supreme update. Now, of course, if it takes me longer to clear a stage with Doctor Strange, I'm going to think initially that it's Doctor Strange's fault, but it's obviously the Striker's fault. So it's similar to, you're probably not going to notice much of a change at all if you were playing without Strikers before, right? If you were going to lower stages before this update and playing without Strikers so that you could actually see what was going on, you're probably not going to notice much of a change at all. Some people are noticing, or some people are reporting, I should say, some people are reporting their regular all defense down with their characters, not Strikers, also being affected. I have a problem with that. If the value of the character that you've invested in to actually physically play with is being affected, I always have a problem with that. That's what I had a problem with the regular Striker changes that they did 2 months ago with the Hydra Supreme update. But not everyone is reporting that. So I want to wait and see what Marvel Future Fight says about this, and I want to do more testing myself before I come to a more robust conclusion. But I just wanted to address it in case people thought I'm like ignoring it or not listening or whatever. I understand. I'm listening. I just don't have a educated opinion on it yet. So yeah, that is what I think, and those are my opinions about the update. I think there is a lot of good stuff. It was a lot smoother to run through Alliance battle and just keep restarting when Crescent wouldn't crit and her rage wouldn't activate, rather than having to close the game and start it up again. Does the game still need massive reworks to pretty much, timeline battle, Alliance tournament, conquest? Yes. Does Marvel Future Fight still need challenging content and rewarding content for endgame players and high VIP? Yes. Do we need more giant boss raids? Yes. But are all of the other things in the update really good? Yeah. Yeah, they are. So I'm kind of happy. I guess I could say I'm kind of happy. And there is also another thing. I'll make a separate video about it. But there is a video that they posted on the official Marvel Future Fight YouTube channel. They have more subs than me, guys. It hurts. I'm not going to show them. I'm not going to give them any press or any sort of advertisement. It hurts that they have over 150,000 subs. And we are here clawing our way up to 130K. It doesn't matter. But yeah, go over to their YouTube page if you want to see the video. It's in Korean with English subtitles. I have hope seeing a video like that. Hopefully, if they continue to do that, if they continue to provide us with real community feedback, not just typed letters and empty promises, but real people communicating, maybe this game is going to have a huge resurgence going into 2021. A man can hope. So anywho, let me know what you think of the update. Hit me up down below in the comments with your thoughts and your feelings and your ideas. You can hit me up on Twitter, Discord as well. Thanks so much for watching and supporting me, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.